Hey everybody, this is RighteousFreed back with another Apex Arena video. This time I'm playing against Testarossa, one of the higher ranked LANGRISSER players. Definitely we're gonna see them again We're definitely gonna see them in the playoffs. On the hand, I don't know how high they place, but right now they're like, I believe, in the 2000s, high 2000s in LANGRISSER rank currently. So very good player. They're playing a rush comp, and I'm gonna spoil this, I lost against them. Made a few mistakes, gonna go over how to deal with that. The first is gonna be in the pick ban phase. So I looked at their box for a good bit. They only had Juggler as a tank, and I could tell very much that it's a rush comp, especially because they have Imelda. So I'm just gonna get into this. They start off, they ban Juggler, obviously, because they have mostly AoE. Now, Bernhardt can be a tank, but he's probably there for a sword dance. I ban Clotaire because they ban Juggler, and I pick Resent Seal. And then I forgot, he banned my tank, so then he bans my other tanks right there. Already, this is in his favor, because I don't have a tank, and he has more mobility than me. So that was error number one. I definitely 100% should have immediately picked Ledin or Freya. Probably Ledin. But that's how it works. He picks Leon. Here, I should have banned Sage of the Trees. I should have banned Ares, Sage of the Trees, and then I should have picked Ares. Like my pick order, if I picked the tank, he probably would have banned differently. If I picked Ledin, he probably would have banned like Ares or an Elwyn. So even if he did that, my next step, I would pick Zerida at that point. That way I had a chance. I should have picked Zerida. That way I had a chance to get to everybody, or Lustral because of Mountains and Forest. But I'm going to pick Ares right now. He's going to pick Sage of the Trees. Or he's going to ban Iris Elwyn. That way he gets rid of my teleport. He picks... Oh no, he picks Helena. Wow. Oof. I banned Juggler and Bernhardt. Should have, instead of Bernhardt, banned Sage of the Trees, but I wanted to make this a tankless match no matter what. I pick Rosalia, he bans my two other healers, and then he picks Sage of the Trees. At that point, I'm like, oh, this is going to be hard for me. I ban Elwyn and Imelda, so he doesn't have movement buff. Picks Zerida. Bans Hiei and Deedlit. Then he picks Tensai Jessica. Bans Sakura Florentia, so he has no act again, no heal. I pick Lustral, and he picks Leonhardt. There we go. Okay, so I move her back and immediately Heart of Alhazard, expecting him to try to go in and be prepared. He just wave whispers immediately. So I move down here. Mass Crystal Healing just to put some debuff protection on there. Doesn't matter at this point. Teleports him there, I can't get to anywhere. And so he does that, he goes in and he kills my Rosalia. Moves forward with Helena, gets a breeze. I go off, just Jade Storm him, kill him. Pretty easy, he's not tanky. He moves up. I go forward, Crystal Ward. But I'm playing way too defensively, because one of the things is, I didn't check his Leon, I just assumed he was bringing Legion, Chivalry, and Blue Dragon Strike. But, for some reason, he brought Imperial Charge, Thousand Hooves, and Chivalry, which I don't understand why. Like, I guess it was to buff up Leonhardt, but I still don't think that would have mattered too much, because there was no class disadvantage for him. And I should have played my heroes a little farther back. But it's just at this point, I'm already seeing the end because he just has too much control. Like, he's going to light array, and that's going to really stop me. Chivalries. And he can move backwards all that way. Breeze, he light arrays. I obliterate. I know, it's the wrong order, sue me. And I forget right here, his 3C stops like move agains. And at this point I realized, well, I just lost my Ares, I don't have another way to get to anybody. I Heart of Alhazard. And I just give up because what's going to happen is his Helena's going to move, going to kill somebody. His Leon is going to go and kill somebody, and there's not much else I can do. I can't, as far as I can tell, I can't recover because he has had too much there. But biggest thing is, like, I saw he had lots of AoE, and I saw he could have gotten Rain. That's why I wanted to get Resential. Because I did that, I should not have banned Rain. I should have gone for other characters, like more single target, force him to use AoE. That way I could deal with it better. But that's how you live and learn. Like it. But it was, if I had a tank, it was much more viable because I could have slow pushed. If I spaced them out and instead of putting them more aggressively forward in the starting positions, I pushed them back, I don't think he would have jumped forward as much. I could have positioned like Illustrial in a certain way in order to get her to snipe somebody off at least. But picking a healer too soon, that was my biggest downfall, because he had 5 people who... He had 4 DPS, and 1 dude who was an off DPS with map control. It was looking very bad for me. Especially because I didn't have any teleport. One of the reasons why I want to build up Tensei Jessica, because she can alleviate one of those problems of positioning and get people... Because her teleport moves them 7 spaces. It doesn't give them, you know, ignore terrain penalties like Iris does, but 7 blocks can be a huge difference. Well, hopefully this is a learning experience. If you play Rush comps, leave some comments down below how people have countered you. I'm just looking for ways to deal with this a little better. But hope you enjoyed. RighteousFreed out.